Hi and welcome. In this video we will be seeing how to do mail merge, split that into multiple PDF documents, attach those PDF documents into individual emails and send them off using a specific add-on or add-in or a plugin in Microsoft Word and utilizing Microsoft Outlook for that, all via just one single plugin or an add-on. Alright, let's get started. There are quite a lot of few things that you need to know before you get on this journey. And the first and foremost is, and the most crucial and the most important one is, patience. You need to have a lot of patience while doing this because there are a lot of steps going on. I'll be explaining each and every step as much as possible in detail over here, as much as you want. But when doing this, you need to have a lot of patience, right? Because the number of steps that you have to go through, copy files, open files, you might even get to the last step of mail merge thing, but you might not get a proper PDF that you want. So you will have to do it again from the step one. There are a lot of steps involved. What is needed from you, apart from a laptop and all the technical things that you have, is patience. Alright, so let's get on with it. The first thing that you need is the actual add-on or add-in or plugin or whatever you want to call that. And this is the plugin that we'll be demoing right now. The plugin is called Merge Tools Add-in, right? This is not something that I have developed. This is something that is freely available on the internet. You can just Google it, Merge Tools Add-in, and you will get the same thing that I'm showing over here. But to make it easier for you, I'll just link it down below in the video description so that you can download it from there quite easily. What you need to do is the highlighted file that you are seeing over here, merge tools 2020.m. You need to copy this file and paste it at this location in your system. C drive users is a specific folder. This user means whatever be the username that is logged on, okay, or whatever be the username that is the admin that is going to be using this thing. So that will be, in your case, if your name is Jai, so it will be C:/users/Jai/app data roaming Microsoft Word starter. A thing to note is this folder over here, app data, is a hidden folder. So if you know how to unhide the folders or the system folders on any unhide any hidden folders, good for you. Go into this specific folder over here, unhide the folder, get into app data. If you do not know how to do that, don't worry. All you have to do is just open up your open up your Explorer, Windows Explorer. That's what this is, and just type in the whole thing as you're seeing on the screen. Type in, copy this whole thing, paste it here, and just replace the specific user by your own specific username. Okay, so all you need to do is get this plugin, zip file downloaded, unzip it, copy this .m file. There is only one .m file and rest are of the PDF files. Okay, there's only one .m file, so there will be no confusion for you to which file you have to copy. Copy this .m file and paste it at this specific location. Word of caution: do not open your Microsoft Word before doing this. Once you have done this, only then you open your Microsoft Word. So after you've done that, and when you open a Microsoft Word, I already have it open because I already have done this already. You will see a specific toolbar in your ribbon bar over here in your Microsoft Word. Merge tools. What are these options? We'll talk about them when we get to it. Mainly what we are concerned with right now is merge with attachments things. We'll come to talk about it near the midway of the video, but right now that is not needed to be discussed, so we'll let it be as it is. Right, so you have a Word document with merge tools add-in already installed. Okay, nice, good enough. What do you need next? So the idea behind this whole thing is, so I had conducted a workshop or an event or blah 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 or something like that, and I now need to give out certificates to its participants via email in a PDF format. There are a lot of things that you need to do. So here are my 5 dummy or demo attendees of a fictional workshop that I had done. These are the names, and specifically what you need is the names of the attendees and the specific email IDs. Make sure that those email IDs are valid ones. Yes, I know these are not valid email IDs. I have intentionally put wrong email IDs over here because I am doing this live demo right now for you people, and I do not want to send out any emails to any random person with any random email ID. Okay, so that is why I have intentionally put in wrong email ID. So once I'll be executing this, the emails won't be actually be sent. What I'll be getting is mailer demons or mailer failures, right? And that is fine with me because this is a demo that I'm doing. But when you are actually doing it for your valid attendees that you will be seeing over here, right? You need to have valid email IDs. Okay, make sure if they do not have not given you valid email IDs, or if you have not validated those email IDs, they will not be receiving the email. Okay, you can have 10 other fields here if you want, does not matter what you have. Okay, but one thing that you need to make sure is the most important thing in your Excel file that you need is the very first row that you're seeing over here has to be the header. You cannot have you should not have, okay, you should not have like event name conducted on blah blah blah, any other details over here as your first row. You need to have your first row as the headers of the column. Okay, if needs be, make a copy of your whole Excel file or somewhere else, remove everything else, remove this institute column, remove this mobile number column, remove everything else, only keep the name fields and the email ID fields and the first row as this, and a serial number field. Right, so basically what you need is the serial number field, the name field and email ID field. Rest of the fields are not needed for your certificate if you do not need them inside your certificate. Okay, so I would really suggest to copy your file, copy the contents rather, copy the contents of your actual file, make a new Excel file, paste only the contents that are needed over there, and use that Excel file for the mail merge purposes. Okay, so we have the Excel file done and ready, sorted. We have already installed the plugin that we need. Okay, that is sorted. Now what do we need next? What we need next is to make an actual certificate and also to configure the Outlook in your PC to the specific email ID which has to send those emails out. Right? So I already have it configured, and all you need to do is just enter your email ID and password to configure it. Right? You don't need to do anything much more than that. Right? So I already have it configured with the email ID that from which I want to send the certificates to the participants, which is my college email ID, right? And yeah, that's it. Just keep the Outlook open. Do not close it. Keep it minimized if you want. Okay, keep it in the background somewhere, and just be done with that much. Coming on to the making certificate part. So yeah, your certificate is going to be what, of the letter type or something else. Assuming that you already have an image for the certificate prepared somewhere else and you're not going to actually make the whole certificate right over here. So what you're going to do is go to the insert tab, pictures from this device, and just pick an image that we have. So we already have something over here in the merge style folder, the certificate. And as you can see, this is in portrait mode and I need to make it a landscape. So no issues, no worries about that. Layout, orientation, landscape, and then just you need to work on the margins, right? Why do you need to work on the margins? Because as you can see, I'm like expanding the certificate image, and I'm getting a lot of white space over here, right? That is something which I do not want. So what I'll be doing is I'll be setting the margins over here to make a custom margin. This is a certificate. I don't want much dialogues or text or stuff, so I'm setting everything to 0, and it's in landscape. Apply to the whole document. Hit OK. Yeah, ignore the error, not a problem. And thus you can see the margins have reduced very much. Expand this again, and as you can see, this is still not clearly working out in the favor. Go on this option in the layout thing, wrap text, select the image, then go to the wrap text, put it behind the text, right? Then you can quite clearly move the whole image in the whole area that you have, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this thing to a corner in the top left corner, and then take it out over here as much. Yeah, and I'm clipping the certificate a little bit. Yeah, it doesn't matter, this is just a demo that I'm doing, right? So when you're doing it for your actual thing, be a bit more careful, but I'm just doing it for the demo purposes, so it doesn't matter if I'm clipping the top or the bottom part of it. All right, so here I have my certificate is kind of ready in the final PDF version that I would like to have. All I need to do is insert the names of the people from this Excel sheet that I have. So how are you going to do that? So again, go to your insert tab over here, pick text box. You can take any kind of text box, but I would suggest take simple text box, because anyways you are going to modify the contents of the text box, right? So just hit backspace, remove all the contents that you have, and you just kind of put it in the center over here. And if you would like to see how this text box is going to look with the data filled in when you are actually done with the mail merge, just type in any random sample data, just any sample text that you have, right? And you hit like click outside. Okay, so what you will be seeing is you'll be getting at this background image, white background over here, and this border also. So you need to click on this text box, on the shape format tab, shape outline, no outline. That is there, it's gone, right? So in this certificate I have this background is also white, and over here in the text box area my background is also white. So it doesn't matter. In case if you have a different background of the certificate, then all you have to do is again click on this text box, shape format, shape fill, no fill, right? So this will make the whole text box transparent and will give you a complete transparent background to the text that you're putting. And as you can see, this random sample data, the text that I have written over here is not coming in center of this line where I want the name is, and it's not in a really good font and format also, right? So what I'm going to do is select the whole thing, Control A, go and change the font to something nicer one, I guess. Yeah, this would be nice, I guess. Yeah, and increase the font size to a desirable thing that you want, right? And kind of remember the font or the font settings that you put in over here. Okay, this looks now a little bit certificate like. It is not exactly like a certificate, but it looks like a certificate, right? If you remove the text, you click outside, and you can see, all right, can be done. But if you would like to change the font color and everything, you have all the options that you want over here, right? So these are my text highlight colors, or these are my text fill. Now on my font colors, right? So I can have font colors as red, so I can have the certificate name in red. So just remember a few of these settings that you have done. And if you want to like increase the size of the text box and then increase the size of the font, all right, see, you're seeing, right? You're seeing the effect of it. And then just align this text box as how we would like. Okay, looks like a certificate now, right? So all you have to do is take those five names from the Excel sheet that you have, or the participants. In this case I have 5, so that's why 5, right? Take these 5 names that I have and put them over here, and somehow make that into a PDF and email those PDF also, all in one thing, without leaving your Microsoft Word. Okay, so let's proceed. First thing that you need to do now is, once this structure is ready, your Outlook is configured, your Excel is also prepared. First thing that you need to do is go into this mailings, start mail merge, letters type. So this it will be taken as in the format of letters. Then do step-by-step mail merge wizard. Yes, these are my letters. Next thing, use this current document for mail merge. Yes, let's go to the next step. As you can see on the bottom right over here, use an existing list. No, we do not want to use an existing list. We want to rather we want to use an existing list, but the list will be specified by us. So click on this browse, and it'll take you somewhere in this thing over here, and the dialog box, find out the Excel file that you have made the final version of it, right? So this is over here, I have an Excel B, and inside that I have got an Excel sheet titled as certificate list, which has got the name of these 5 people, right? And the name of that tab sheet inside this file name is certificate list, and it has got these 5 names that I want. It can be 50 names, right? All I care. Click OK, and the first row contains headers. Yeah, that is all, and you can see why I wanted those first row as headers, right? Because those first row header names are reflected over here. Now you can easily identify name as the field which contains the name of the participants, serial number as a field which contains the serial number of those participants and the email IDs and so on and so forth. So having headers is highly recommended, or rather it is mandatory to have a header. If it's not there, you will have a lot of problems later on, right? So once that is done, my list is selected. Next step is do the actual mail merge, which field goes where, right? So all I need over here is the name field. So click on this text box where you had already put in some sample data, right? Random text over there. Click inside that, then go into this insert merge field. Click on the down arrow, select the field that you want, and do you see what are these? These are the headers that you had in your Excel file, and this makes your work very easy. Yeah, sure. In this example, I'm only doing 5 mail merge for just 5 data, right? Which has got an Excel sheet which has got only 5 columns. But what if you had to do mail merge of 4 to 5 different columns in a single certificate or any single document that you have, and your Excel sheet contains 10 columns and a total of 100 rows? To reduce your headache at that point of time, you need to have your first row as headers itself. All I'm doing is just have selected the name. You cannot see that properly because that is taken up over here. So now I'm deleting this random sample data thing. Now, why I did that before was this name thing that I have, this field that I have right now, has taken the same formatting, text formatting, as what I had written before. So again, by default, it has come as barn shrift semi-bold font at the 36 font size of font color red. That is why I had already previously written any random data. Does not matter what it is. Write your own name for if it matters, right? If you don't have anything else to write, just write something. Set it to the font and font size and the colors that you would like to see. And when you're doing merge fields, right, mailing and inserting the fields, at that point of time, the field that you've inserted will take up the formatting of the text that is present before it, and just delete the text that was before it. That is not needed anymore, right? So I needed just the name field over here. If you needed something else, go to the merge field and select the text area, obviously, merge field, and institute or mobile number or whatever you want, depending on your needs. In this case, I only need the name over here. Preview your letters. Yes, you can preview your letters. The first name in the list is Johnny. Obviously, as you can see, this is not coming quite center aligned. So what I'll be doing is kind of eyeballing it to make it center aligned. Kind of looks okay, I guess. Or you can also do you can go to home and make it center, right? And in that case, you'll have to make the text box exactly equal to the width of this red bar that I have, which is where I want the names to be displayed, and you hit center line over there. That's it. Okay, again, go back to your mailings thing. As you can see with the cursor over here, the next record, you just go ahead as much as you have, right? All right, yeah, my certificates are kind of done, at least in the mail merge thing. If I do the default step that is complete over here in the mail merge thing, complete the next merge, it will generate a single Word document with 5 copies of this whole thing, with all these 5 different names. But I do not want a Word document. What I want is a PDF, or rather I want 5 PDFs. Why 5? Because I got 5 people listed over here. I need 5 PDFs to be generated. Alright. So what I'm going to do is, I'm not going to finish the last step of mail merge, just going to keep it over here as it is. Close this thing, mail merge over here if you wish. If you do not wish, do not close it, doesn't matter for the next step. Now we are going to the main thing, merge tools. Click on merge with attachments. Okay, please save the mail merge main document before proceeding. It's a good thing, it gives you a lot of pop-ups. So I'm clicked OK. It has already saved, but I'm just saving it again. It doesn't matter. You don't have to do save as. All you have to do is just hit Ctrl S for save. Click on merge with attachments. And you can see that this merge tools, which was developed by Doug Robbins, that's what is mentioned over here. You can read this information. I mean, rather you should read this information, but I'm not going to read it for you right now. You can use it for 20 times, and I've already used it kind of 8 times, and I have 12 times remaining. I click here to close the message. It's fine. Do give it a read. That is quite necessary. So what we want to do is, we want to generate the individual PDFs and have them sent via email to the designated email addresses in the column of email ID, which is present in my Excel sheet. So how do you want to merge these things? Merge destination is merge to email directly. Do I want these things to go directly? These in the sense, do I want these certificates to go directly in the body of the message? No. Do I want them to go as Word attachment? Sure, could be nice sometimes, but right now my need is to send them as PDF attachment. And you have a lot of fields coming up over here. So kind of pay attention to that. Alright, select the fields containing the data to be used for the file name of each document that is created. Means it is asking you to select a field which should have data which will be the file name of those PDF files. I think the name of the person would be an apt choice. So the file names will now be named according to their names, which are present in the column of name in my Excel file. I do not want to include the date in the file name. If I want to give any constant file name also, like something like that, it has got this variable name, this date and something else. Sure, I can do that, but I don't want to do that right now. Select the field containing the email addresses, the email address. Select the field containing CC or carbon copy or BCC, that is blind carbon copy email addresses, which we do not have right now, but if you would have, it would be very wise to put that in your Excel sheet beforehand itself. Right? Data source contains a subject. No, it does not in our case. Text for the subject of email. Right? So this is that subject of the email that you want. So we'll be like, okay, let me just put it down. Yeah, I know I'm writing complete gibberish stuff, but hey, this is a demo, right? So yeah, I have written this. So this is what will go in the subject of email to all the participants, right? Do you want to include any salutations? That would be nice. So you have a few prefixed salutations which are kind of which is pretty much hi and hello only, but in various different languages, right? So you can just pick up any dear, and if you have, yeah, this is nice. So dear this name, right? So it will just pick up the name of the person from the name column in your Excel sheet, and dear, it's done. So now over here in the text of the email, that is the body of the email, you don't have to write hello participant. No, you don't have to write that, because that is already covered over here. Dear participant or hello participant, right? Alright, so all you have to do is just start typing what comes after that. Yeah, you can write as much long as you want, but smaller text would be much better and much appreciated then, because you don't want basically your readers to focus more on the text. They want certificate, blah blah blah. Done. Now you have got two options. The default one is save to drafts and merge tools folder. Right? So this is the drafts folder in your outbox, and it will create a folder called merge tools, and the emails would be saved over there, saved to drafts in the merge tools folder. Or what I can do is I can click send now. For this example, I'm going to let it be as save to drafts in the merge tools folder, because I want to show it to you where in Outlook can you see these things. And also, save to drafts in merge tools folder is like a safety check for the whole process, in case if you have goofed up somewhere, or if you have made a mistake and you realize it after hitting send, right? So since it's saved to draft, the emails are not sent, you are saved. You can go back, correct your mistakes, and redo the whole process that we've seen from step 1, and then do the whole process again. So what I'm going to do is save to drafts, merge tools folder, right? Hit on continue. It is asking me to merge which all records. I want all the records to be merged, so I'm letting it be, the radio button be on all. Or if you want like just specific records to be merged, so you specify the range over here, or select individual record that you want. But let's not get into that. I want all of my participants to receive the certificate at the same time, right? So I'm selecting all and clicking OK. It is asking me where do I want the generated PDFs to be saved. So that is why I've created this folder merge trial, and that is where my Word file and everything is present over there. As you can see, this is the folder that I created, merge trial. It has got my Excel file, it has got my certificate image that is in the JPEG format, and it has got the Word file on which we are working currently, right? So I want the generated PDF files to be present over here. So that is what I'm going to do. Downloads and merge trial. Yeah, that is the proper location. Click on OK. Yeah, the thing that you're seeing, right? You're seeing this yellow mouse button going on, and yellow mouse, and you had this blue ring. So yeah, that was a background process happening, specifically in Outlook, and that's why you had this various Windows hold thing coming in between. Yeah, once it is done, it will close your document for you. It won't let the document be open. It will close the document for you. All right, and it has got an error. Fine. Let's see what is happening in Outlook. So we are in Outlook, and in the email ID, in the drafts, we have a folder called merge tools, and we have 5 emails already present over there in the drafts. And look, what do we have in the subject? We have participation certificate for World Hungry, whatever we wrote in the subject over there. Hello, name, right? You're seeing the name of the person being coming over here. Please find attached the certificate for your participation, blah blah. It is not having a hope to see you soon. So your whole body of the email is written over here already. And the same thing happens for all different 5 people that you have. And then look at the other thing. A PDF is already attached, and it's this, and the name of the PDF is as per the name column in your Excel file, right? Let's see what does this PDF have. So yeah, we saw this folder like few seconds ago, and it did not have any of the PDFs. Now it has got these 5 PDFs. Let's open it up and have a look. I have a PDF for this user who had taken part in this thing, and I wanted to give him a certificate. See, I have a PDF. Now all I have to do is, all that I would have to do is just click send, right? So look at the email address. The email addresses are directly picked up from the email address column, right? So that's all nice and done for you. So now, since this is in draft and this all looks okay, all you have to do is hit send over here on all these 5 emails over here. And once that is done, click on send receive. Alright, fine. Now what I'll get is just mailer daemons, right? So yeah, fine, not an issue. I'm clicking on send. Make a note of it. Your emails are not being sent right now. They are being transferred to your outbox. Okay. This is the 5th email that I'll be clicking on send, and you can look over here. This outbox value will increase from 4 to 5. Okay. So now I have these 5 emails ready to be sent. They are now out of the draft but present in the outbox. Now to send these emails, what I'll be doing is going on send receive and do just send receive all, and it will start sending it. In case it doesn't send, because it has happened a few times with me, in case if your emails don't start going away, if you don't see this number reducing over here, right, what you have to do is close everything that you're doing, every single thing that is open in your thing. That includes your Outlook, Word, Excel, PowerPoint, or any other file that you open over there. Restart the whole system. Don't worry, your emails will not be gone from over here. They will be present over here. Okay, they will not be deleted. They will not be going away anywhere. They will not be deleted until you actually right click them and somewhere there is a delete option or something here. Until unless you hit on this delete, your emails are not going to be deleted. Okay, so what I need you to do is close everything. Outlook, Word, Excel, everything that you had opened, various different folders or anything that you there, save your work, close it down, restart your system, and then after that, open Outlook again, click on this outbox, send receive. Once that is done, definitely all your emails will be sent. And that is how you do mail merge, split into multiple PDFs, email those PDFs to individual users, all in same go, just using one single add-in or plugin or add-on in Microsoft Word. Thank you.